Good morning. We used the darkness in the morning to drive a bit further north. Now we're, I think, 1.5 or 2 hours away from my final goal, Loch Ness. But we haven't eaten anything, so it's time to have some breakfast. And because we don't have a restaurant or something else here, we have our own stuff to eat and our own methods to eat here in the car. Because outside it's cold, it's still windy, and that's why we'll simply do it here. And this is how it looks like when we're dining in the car. We have all the stuff that we need up here. Here's what we call the bread machine, because we can just grab inside and take a piece of bread. We even have butter here, something for the bread. This is for muesli. And because we don't have a normal knife with us for the butter, we simply use this. This is what I call a good breakfast in the car. And here I am finally, Loch Ness. My ultimate goal that I wanted to reach on this adventure. Because Daniel has a few problems with a cold, we thought we give him a challenge to make him a little bit more cold resistant. The idea is to let him go into the Loch Ness. Maybe not completely, but that is up to him. I thought up to the hip, this is totally okay, then the challenge is done, but it is up to you if you go completely inside.
Cold. I'm ill here after this. Is it more? And the wind.
I will change the underpants. After Daniel's refreshing bath, we explored the northern end of Loch Ness by foot. Forget Nessie, I think this is the real legend of Loch Ness. And that was it. I reached my ultimate goal of Loch Ness. The storm was still there and a huge rain front was coming. Not even boats ventured out into the wild waves anymore. We spent another stormy night in the tent directly at the shore of Loch Ness. The next day we started our long way home, but we wanted to do it in 2 phases. Phase 1, reaching the southern tip of the UK. Directly after sunrise, I explored the white cliffs of Dover and ended the road trip with one last adventure. Phase 2 consisted of taking the ferry back to the mainland and driving home. We were stuck in a traffic jam for 1 hour, but otherwise it was a smooth ride. Believe me, the storm in the UK really surprised us, but that made the adventure far more interesting. We drove through one beautiful landscape after another, but because of the long dark hours I couldn't really see much, just like the attraction in London. I would call it bad timing. Nevertheless, this road trip gave me a good foretaste of that amazing country. It surely wasn't the last time I visited the UK. Now that I've symbolically started my expeditions around the world at the prime meridian, I have no time to lose. The next adventure is just around the corner. But first, getting out of the back of the car.